Welcome back. The NBC, in partnership with Trustco, have brought back the Winna Mariba show, and it's promising to be bigger and better than ever before. The competition is on the hunt for 52 contestants to partake in the competition and win big. A whooping $250,000 Namibian is up for grabs. Now, if that doesn't get you scrambling to be one of the lucky contestants, then I don't know what will. To spill all the beans are the presenters of the brand spanking new Winna Mariba show, Mia de Klerk and Neville Basson. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Tina, thank you for having us.
He's such a superstar. He's unfazed by, the public attention these days. How are you doing, Neville?
Before we start,
yes.
Mia, I just need to tell you something, and I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my sister.
Okay, I'm just listening very briefly.
Mia, okay, every time I bump into Nina, she always treats me like I'm an ex-boyfriend of hers, because she starts every conversation with, "Woo, Jay, ek wil nie met jou praat nie." It starts like that, and I don't know what it's about.
Explain off air what that's about. But Mia, thank you so much for being here. It's lovely having you in studio. Of course, Neville has been a guest of ours before, but I don't think you've been doing interviews for a long time.
No,
so this is such a privilege having you here.
Thank you. It's a privilege to be here.
Thank you so much for being here, guys. This is exciting news that the Winna Mariba show is coming back. I didn't think it would make a comeback. I don't know if you guys knew something that we didn't, but I want to start by talking about what it feels like to be, brought back as the presenters of the Winna Mariba show. Neville, what's it been like?
You know what, me and Mia, we've been doing this for such a long time, for quite a number of years. And even in this time that we haven't done this now for probably more than 10 years, I think we've, the brand in itself basically rubbed off on us for such a long time that people still, in the streets, it's hey, Winna Mariba, Winna Mariba, and it never left us. And I think because there's been such a big demand publicly for us to bring the show back, and then obviously, Mia, as you would know, we started to entertain the idea, and here we are.
Yeah.
Mia?
No, absolutely. I must say I was intimidated to come back to the same show after 10 years, because we felt back then it was amazing. So when you say, how do we make it bigger and better? And I think that was one of the first questions I asked when they said, guys, you're bringing it back. I said, wait a minute. Are we sure it's going to be bigger and better? Because after 10 years, that's this feeling of nostalgia. People still remember vaguely what it was about. Some people are still super excited. And it's a brand new era. And Neville and I, we were filming promos the other day, and it's just like that energy's back, the spark is back, that excitement where we sort of can give back a little, spread some joy, entertain, and really change people's lives.
And I wanted to ask, because you mentioned, of course, that the show's been off the air for so long, do you think that it still has relevance in 2023?
Absolutely. Like I just said, Winna Mariba has given away more than 18 million Namibian dollars over the years. And that's what brought me back to the show, is really making that difference to people that participate, to people that come to studio. And that impact is just incredible.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So what's going to be different this time around, Neville? Everybody knows that the show is coming back. There's a lot of buzz, but we want to know what's going to be different about the show this time.
I think, Nina, the show has been such a success back then that you don't want to fix anything that's not broken.
Right.
But then back then, we didn't have social media back then. We didn't even have WhatsApp back then. So, it's not that long ago. It says var. It's a very long time ago. So basically, social media will be adding a new dimension to what we do. So obviously the reach is going to be much wider, much bigger, and there's a lot. I mean, we're going to be capturing an audience that we probably could not capture back then. But it's the onus is really on the Namibian public out there to really, watch the show, see what the show is all about once we on air. And I mean, there's a lot of prizes for everybody to win, even the people who just sit there in their living rooms at home. So. So it's going to be bigger and better.
That's fantastic.
Definitely.
And of course, prospective candidates can already enter now. And you mentioned that over the years, Winna Mariba has given away 18 million. And now we're talking 250 million Namibian dollars. That's really upping the game.
250,000.
250,000?
Yes.
And not million. Ooh, okay. So I want to know what the entering process is. Mia, talk to us about that.
Yes, absolutely. Our entries close on Friday night, midnight. So there's still a few days to enter. All you have to do is to SMS the latest WM to the number 777, $2.50. T's and C's apply, but we want people to enter. The entries will close on Friday, so it's the last chance. So if you want to be part of our game show and come and irritate Neville just a little, remember to SMS.
I remember when the show was on air back in the day, there wasn't really an age limit. Like young people could enter and be part of the show. Is that the same now, or there are different restrictions this time?
Obviously, you need to be a Namibian citizen.
Yes.
You need to be 18 years old or above. We wouldn't say that, you know what, that we're actually putting any restrictions if you are not an NBC TV license holder or whether you have any Trustco related products. But you can double your prize money if you do have a paid up NBC TV license and if you do have, you know, some of Trustco's premium products like the insurance, if you're an insurance policy holder, if you're an IOL student, if you have a Trustco property, a Trustco related property. I mean, I live in Elisenheim, which is part of the Trustco property portfolio.
Right.
So if you have any of those commodities that's Trustco related or NBC related, you stand a chance to, you know, to double your winnings. So there's a lot in for everybody.
Talk to us about some of the prizes that's up for grabs. What can people walk away with? Other than, of course, cash.
So basically, we are bringing the cash, and that's what we are focusing on in the next season of Winna Mariba. We are also introducing some brand new games. I think that people will really, really enjoy, and we are bringing back some old favorites. You know, when this whole process started, I said, guys, are we really sure? And Neville mentioned digital platforms, and Trustco deployed all of their listening tools to really make sure, and the people said, please bring it back. Please bring it back. So many people played it before, but there's a really big group of people that have never had the chance.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of brand love out there, and there's a big chunk of the population that wants to take part.
It's all about the money.
And it's all about
It's going to come in handy for the festive season, isn't it?
Yella. Telling you, not just for the festive season, but you know, but beyond, because January is coming. January is coming. So no, we're very much excited. We're so much looking forward to. And again, you know what, Mia, once again, Mia has always been not just a co-presenter. We've not just been co-presenting, but we've been friends and family for such a long time. So we visit each other over weekends, and we share a much more stronger bond than just in front of the cameras. Yeah, okay. Over the years, I've grown a kapunda, and also I got a little bit of
a little bit of grey.
Hello.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper.
Neville is the type that comes to your house in his slippers. And I'm like, really, Bazon? Honestly.
Yeah. I come to Mia's house in my slippers and my pajamas. And if she comes to our house, you know what? I refuse to get out of my slippers and my pajamas. Fat me so like us.
Levels of comfort, darling. Levels of comfort.
Other than the competition aspect, a lot of the Namibian public is excited to see the two of you back on screen as a unit. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Thank you so much for your time this evening, and all the best with bringing Winna Mariba back and, you know, giving again back into the community. We're all looking forward to it. So thank you for your time. I know you guys are busy and you took time out of your schedule to be here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you for having us on the show, and you are even more gorgeous in person.
Thank you. Look at Neville, don't be jelly.
This is the woman that tells me that, woo,
Ladies and gentlemen, Neville Basson and Mia de Klerk right here in studio to talk to us about the Winna Mariba show returning to our screens. Of course, as Mia mentioned, the competition to enter into being a contestant on the show closes this Friday. So between now and then, SMS WN for Winna Mariba to 777 and you could be one of the lucky contestants. We'll be right back shortly. Our conversations on health continues after this.